Good morning. I am Madhurima Datta, Zoology and Biology Educational Content Creator. Now's content for BSc Zoology Honors, MSc Zoology, CUET PG and CSI and NET Life Sciences students. Paper Non-Chordates or Invertebrate Zoology, Unit Platyhelminthes, and chapter is the topic is the general characteristics of the class of Platyhelminthes. Monogenetic flukes were traditionally placed as an order of Trematoda, but morphological and molecular data confirm that they are sufficiently different to be classified separately. Monogeneous are all parasites primarily of gills and external surface of fish. So this type of parasites are found in the primary gill and external surface of the fish. A few are found in the urinary bladder of frogs and turtles, and one the parasite is the eye of the hippopotamus. So this parasite also attack the urinary bladder of the frog and turtle and eye of the hippopotamus. Life cycle of monogeneous are direct with a single host. The egg hatches to the produce a ciliated larva called an Onchomyracidium larva. So what is Onchomyracidium larva? The egg of the class Monogenia hatches to the produce a ciliated larva. This larva is called Onchomyracidium larva that attaches to its host. The Onchomyracidium breaks hooks or its posterior, which in many species become the hook on the large posterior attachment organ of sphincter of the adult. So Onchomyracidium larvae contain a hook in the posterior end, which attachment the organ of the adult. Next, because monogeneous must cling to the host and withstand the force of water flow over the gill's skin, and adaptive diversification has produced a wide array of Opisthophter in different species. Opisthophter may bear a large and small hooks, suckers and clumps, often in combination with each other. Next, class Cestoda. Cestoda, as known as the tapeworm, which differ in the many respects from the preceding classes. They usually have long flat bodies composed of scolex. So this is the scolex for attachment to the host, followed by a linear series of reproductive units or proglottids. The scolex or holdfast is usually provided with sucker or sucker-like organs, and often with the hook or spiny tentacles as well. Tapeworm entirely lack a digestive system but do have well-developed muscle, and their excretory system and nervous system are often similar to those of the other flatworms. As in Monogenea and Trematoda have no external motile cilia occur in the adult, and the tegument is of a distal cytoplasm with second cell bodies beneath the superficial muscle layers. This microtriches greatly enlarge the surface area of the tegument. So microtriches is found in the tegument, which is a vital adaptation for tapeworm since it must absorb all its nutrients across its teguments. Subclass Eucestoda contain the great majority of the species of Cestoda. The main body of tapeworm, the chain of proglottids, is called strobila. There is a germinative zone just behind the scolex where new proglottids are formed. Next, the shared embryos form in the uterus of the proglottid, and they are expelled through a uterine pore, or the entire proglottid is shed from the worms as it breaks free at zones of muscle weakness between each proglottid. The scolex used for attachment is a remnant of the posterior part of the ancestral body. Cestodes and monogeneans thus share a posterior attachment organ with hook. Some zoologists have maintained that proglottid formation of cestodes represent true segmentation, that is metamerism, but we do not support this view. Turbellarium. The majority of turbellarians are small in size. Their length is 0.8 to 2 millimeter in length. Apart from variation in size, ribbon-like and leaf-like in shape they are. Like members of the genus Bipalium, also known as the planarians, are characterized by a slender, elongated body with a uniquely shaped head. Uh, Planarians are the genus of the class Turbellarium. Next, being multicellular organisms, Turbellarians have a complex body structure that consists of a number of layers. The epidermis of Turbellarian is the outermost covering or layer that originates from the ectoderm. As the outermost layer, it is in direct contact with the environment or outer environment and therefore acts as the protective layer of the organism. Turbellarians have two sets of muscle below that the basement membrane. This includes the outer layer, which consists of circular muscles, and the inner layer that consists of longitudinal muscles. The gastrodermis is the innermost layer. It originates from the endodermis and consists of one layer of cells that line the digestive tract. In marine, the freshwater habitats where they exist as bottom dweller, turbellarians move by means of muscular undulation, as well as by use of cilia, which are located on the underside. Underside means that is the ventral side. Turbulence with a more centralized nervous system. It consists of a simple brain, that is ganglion, nerve cords, as well as subepidermal networks of nerves. Respiration in turbulence occurs through the body wall, that is the exchange of gases through the body wall. Next, turbellarians are able to regenerate lost part even when they are cut into several segments. This means that if organism is cut into 2 or 3 segments, each part will regenerate the lost parts in order to form a new whole organism. With regards to reproduction, turbellarians are hermaphrodites, monoecious, and thus each individual possesses both the male and female reproductive structure. Next class is class Trematoda. One, trematodes are unsegmented helminthes, which are the flat and broad resembles the leaf of a tree or flatfish. 2, they vary in size from the species just visible to the naked eye like the heterotrophites to the large fleshy fluke that is like Fasciola hepatica. Flukes are hermaphroditic. Hermaphroditic means they are monoecious, except for cystosome in which the sexes are separated. A conspicuous feature is the presence of muscular cup-shaped suckers, the structure by which the worm attached to the host, and the oral sucker that is surrounding the mouth at the anterior end and the ventral sucker in the middle ventrally. The body is covered by integument which often bears the spines, papilla or tubercles. Next, they have no body cavity, circulatory or respiratory organs. The alimentary system consists of mouth surrounding by oral suckers, a muscular pharynx and esophagus which bifurcates anterior to the acetabulum to form 2 blind cica. The alimentary canal therefore appears like inverted Y and the anus is absent. This is the inverted Y shape. And next, the excretory system consists of phlegm cells and collecting tubules which lead to the median bladder opening posteriorly. Now the topic has ended.